I wanted to add it to the video on the walkabout the monastery because somehow the battery had given out partway through. This is our Fuji apple tree. As you can see, really the limb should have been propped up already because there's so many apples that it's weighed down right to the ground. It's a Fuji kind of Japanese apple, and it's starting just to turn red now. The other apples at the back actually have turned red already, but they generally wait till mid-September before we pick any of them. The fig tree, I don't think it's going to give us too many ripe figs this year. Some years it's loaded with ripe ones, otherwise they're still green and small. I think they didn't get enough sun early on because we had a lot of rain. And this apple tree is always a little bit skimpy. And I can't remember the variety on that one, or the red ones at the back either, for that matter. We used not to get any apples at all because the bears would get them all. Now we have an electric wire fence going around the apple trees, so we get our share of the apples instead of the bears gobbling them all up. So this Turkish fig tree will give us some figs next year, not this year. But this little walkabout on the monastery periodically to show people what's going on, what's happening. And yeah, Vladika Varlam's petunias here at the Pokrov hermitage where Vladika Varlam lives, quite on the other side of the monastery from the rest of us. And let's show the new back porch that's being built on. May serve as an entrance actually to the new church when we move it over to the old gallery, the icon gallery. Our church we built for the Brotherhood is much too small now for the number of people who come on Sundays. Last Sunday, when we had over 300 people here, we had the liturgy outdoors, as we sometimes do in the summer. And church would never have housed them all. The program we had in the icon gallery, because it was the only room really big enough for the number of people who stayed for the program. And you can see the new porch at the back, which Jonathan Bartlett has built for us, visiting us here from the interior of British Columbia, and did a marvelous job on a substantial and very, very strong building. And I noticed that with the railing, most of it he inset it rather than just nailing it on. He actually cut grooves in the wood and put it together, in a really nice fashion. So I think it's going to be perhaps even an entrance as well as fire escape. And the rest of it, you're all familiar with the Holy Well and the mountainsides part of it. The monastery property goes up to the top of this small mountain behind us, just a few hundred feet up. So I'm going to add this to the other broadcast that I made a little earlier and repost it. Thank you all for joining us periodically for this broadcast and for the others that you see from time to time. I want to take a look at the candle factory right now. We've reduced it in size somewhat, and now that Brother Ephraim is our candle maker.